What's going on with everybody? It's your boy, aka Young God, coming to you live in the Pink Dungeon, giving it to you real raw rugged, and I'm back in here with another review. This is Mike Disco. Had to get some preparation done for this one, listened to the album quite a few times. I broke out a new bonnet fresh out the box. I had to put on the African colors for the brother Mike. You feel me, man? I got the fresh white tee on like he had on the Warm My Pen cover. I did my due diligence for this one right here. So I know a lot of people have been asking me about this album. So let me give it to you already. With no further ado, this album is brought to you by Pizza Hut, man. God, no. Ooh, but hey, I don't know what just hit me right there. But let's get into it, man. First track, Evil Eye. Hey, freaking fire intro, man. I love this beat. This beat is actually not my favorite beat. My favorite beat is coming up. But this is probably my second favorite beat throughout this whole entire album, man. I love this song. That boom. Don't you need to get me through the life? Evil Eye. Well, you know I need you to get me through the light. Evil Eye. Hey, I love this song, man. What do you say? I was coming back. I was coming home from the way back. In a minute, I'm gonna get that money. Stop trying to keep up. You better save that money. Hey, I love this song. I love the way it flowed on this. This is one of my favorite things on here, man. What do you say? That's what my mama when I pray, cause I know she gon' pray back for me. Fire! I love this song, bro. That intro, that beat is so hard. I think Thalapius, what was that? How you say that nigga name? Thalapius London. Am I saying the nigga name right? I think I am, man. That's crazy. I'm butchering this nigga name, but I know who he is. But yes, I think he sampled this back in the day on a mixtape, which shout out him for that. He had some crazy beats back in the day. But Evil Eye, fire, man. And then we go to track number 2, Alarm, featuring Sideshow, which is my favorite beat on here, bro. This song has gotten stuck in my head the most out of any other song on this album. I don't know what it is. I think it's that beat, man. That boom, 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 boom. And then Sideshow, bro, that nigga was going crazy on this feature, bro, with the it rip you like tissues. What do you say? Bullets gonna hit you today. Promise they won't miss you. But that nigga was talking crazy on here, bro. You see these messed up braids, mom? I'm trying to get paid. Oh, stop it, man. That's a real broke nigga bar right there. That's my bar of the week, bro. That's my bar of the week. Every time I hear that bar, that pierced through a nigga soul. You hear me? That pierced through a nigga bonnet and the nappy braids underneath. You hear me, man? That nigga say, you see these fucked up braids, mom? I'm trying to get paid. Fire bar, man. I've heard niggas say struggle bars, and I'm like, I think you seen that on Boys in the Hood. I don't think that's your real struggle. You ever hear a nigga, I ain't had no lights, had to walk home, get in the fights. Niggas was jumping me at night. You thought it was crazy I ain't have cable, but I was selling nicks at night. Like, no you weren't. Shut up, nigga. But that's a real struggle bar. Like that nigga, when he wrote that, I know that nigga had the Meat Mill frizzy braids, nigga, like he got his hair done by Harriet Tubman and shit, bro. I know that nigga was struggling when he wrote this verse. That's why that hit. That is a fire bar, man. And then Mike come in with the, I hope niggas alarmed. I hope niggas alarmed. Hope niggas got the good in their heart. Man, that hook is fire. His verse also hard. What'd he say? Why you lying like you slide? You a Theodore. I don't know who I've heard say that term before, but I am 100% sure that is a West Coast term. Nobody than West Coast niggas would say something like Theodore. I don't know if you heard, I don't know who you heard say that, but that gotta be something E40 created, bro. Like, I can just imagine E40, only Theodore I respect is the one from the, I can imagine saying shit like, the only Theodore I respect is, the only Theodore I respect is the one from the Chipmunks, I can imagine E40 saying something like that. Shout out to 40 Water. But I love this song. This song gets stuck in my head the most. I hope niggas alarmed. I hope niggas alarmed. That beat that boom, 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 boom. Love it, love it, love it, man. Favorite song on here. And then we go to hey, first of all, Teachers of Tomorrow intro. This is, it says intro in the title, but it's the third song on here. I'm not for sure if this was meant to be the intro. It got mixed up when they put it on Apple Music or whatnot. Either way, I think Evil Eye, that should be the way you start this album off. Like, that's a perfect intro. Just Evil Eye, I don't need you to get me through the light. Like, that is a perfect intro. So hopefully that's the way he meant to sequence it. But that is interesting to me. That intro is in the title of the third track. Either way, it's like a beat and it's like some talking going over it, and then it transitions into this crazy beat that he's rapping over. That like, that is a fire beat. That sounds like something my nigga Budgie would produce. A fire, what do you say? Had them label checks going out to sis. I could only stress to the thought, seeing a risk. Fire. Just, I love this beat. He was rapping his behind off on here, man. Fire song. Fire intro, I guess. Center City, another hard one. He said, what do you say? He said, my darkest secrets in this song, so the demons. What do you say? He said, my oldest secrets in this song, so the demons screaming loud. I thought that was pretty fire. Center City, I haven't really too much to say about that, but that was my favorite part from that. Then we go to Big Love. Big Love, I love this. It almost has like kind of like an old reggae type of tone to it with the beat. And the way that he's singing it, I could definitely hear like a reggae artist singing this with the, what do you say? It's hard to take love as it is, or love as it was. When it was sick. When it wasn't, it was tough. You know, blood, it be thick. Like, the way he was flowing over it, and the beat definitely sounds like something I could hear, I don't know, like Buju Banton on back in like the early to mid 90s. So big reggae dance hall fan. So I always appreciate when artists can do that, because I feel like a lot of artists have been trying to do the dance hall reggae type stuff within the past couple of years in rap music, and most of the music absolutely sucks. I mean, just completely stinks. And I appreciate when artists add elements of that reggae dance hall and type and inside of their music, but don't try to just go full dance hall, because, like, brother, this nigga was born in Missouri trying to do dance hall. Like, it's not for you. So I like when artists can be aware and mix it in, but still make it their own song. That's always fire to me. So Big Love, really, really good song. Then we go to Ah Zaza. I love his flow in here, man. I wrote down this nigga was doing his Maury Povich flow in here. Just the way that, I don't know. It's like he was delivering the news on the car, and then he ended off with, that is a lie. Like, struggling. In the midst of it all. Struggling. Ball. Niggas that's fall. So I just imagine, like, I don't know, some Maury, like, is he the baby daddy? Lie. Did he cheat? A lie. Did he do it? A lie. Oh, did he love you? A lie. Oh, is he a fuck nigga? That's the truth. The way he was doing it was a Maury Povich type jump. That was a fire song. I had to pull up the lyrics for this right here, man. I just like the way you did the stuck in the midst of it all, struggling. Nah, but I'm recovering. Soon as where you see me huddling. That's what I'm missing is cold. Tucking this off. They be wanting the sauce and the substance here. Revolt. Like, the way he was doing it was fire, man. That's definitely one of my favorite flows of the year. What do you say? I'm not in the tight, I be under it. Jaws. My noggin is fried, I be buffering. I'm hot because them guys I be running with. Saw mom's in the sky, she was hovering. Gone. Drying my eyes and my cousin did it. Strong. Like, man, I was fire, bro. I love this song. And I just love the creativity of Mike, you know what I'm saying? Like, that flow is a very, like, different, new, refreshing type of flow. You're just not going to hear that on the radio. You're just not going to hear that on any type of song. Like, that was something that was, I feel like, unique to him. I've never really heard that flow done before, so that was fire. Then we go to Ghoulish. This is another interesting song to be. This song sounds like he was in a haunted house and the ghost just hopped on the piano or something like that. I don't know, like, he was in the house of Nina Simone and she was like, nigga, I don't want to play the piano. She's like, just start making like little weird noises and stuff. This was a very fire song. What do you say? I got enough pull to tug a tree. That's fire. What do you say? The boomers didn't teach us, but the Buddha brought some peace round. That's fire. My favorite bar on here is he said, what do you say? He says, cheap smiles when the love cluttered with abuse. That's crazy, man. It's cheap smiles when the love cluttered with abuse. That's a very fire bar. That's a representation of a lot of relationships, either that be a family or a romantic relationship. That's truth right there, man. Definitely know a lot of people who have very complicated relationships with their significant other or their father or their mother or whatever, and it's because that love is there, but it's also cluttered with abuse. So, hey, man, that was a very nice way to word that right there. I feel like his pen has gotten so much better. He was already a good rapper, but I could tell that he's improving. I think he has a bar on here about that, like him, like the pen is. Or I guess it. I know exactly what it is. It was the drop in the weight bar. But either way, I love the way that his pen has improved over the years, and man, it's like that Sage bar on the last album where he say, "My people say I'm getting better at painting the picture for the listener." Sage, Mike, they're getting way better at painting a picture for the listener, and that says a lot because they came in painting the picture very vividly. So that now that they can improve on that, hey man, all hail to them boys, man. They are doing something special that I feel like we should all be appreciating right now. Next track, Baby Villain in Our Veins. This is one of the most, I think this is one of the better, like, well-rapped songs on here. This is another one I wrote down, nigga, pull out your phone, because I was like, yeah, this is fire right here, man. I definitely like this a lot with the, I ain't caught up with my sis lately, forgetting we was kids, try to remember all the bliss, just to remember that the shit crazy. Memory a give, but the enemies within made me stress, made me stress and gave you grit. The respect made me a bit lazily. Chess gave me a crib, neglect me like a big baby, breakfast on the bed, still stepping where you skip shaky, reckless on the jizz, the recession made the limbs achy. What he say, man? Wrestling like my twin, gotta check him when he get hazy. Death is in the wind, them lessons did a bit, confessions that I skip daily, pressure to exist. Like, stop it, bro. Like, that nigga pen is crazy, bro. I don't know if Mike could have wrote this song 3 years ago. That nigga has got in a different bag as of late, bro. His pen has gotten better. His energy is different on this album. I know he done lost a couple folks. Rest in peace to them. Sorry to hear that. It sounds like he's getting better. I think he has a bar about, like, basically like he's still a little down, but he's still recovering or something like that. Like, he's still in that recovering stage, but he is recovering. So that's super duper good to hear, just on a human level. And yeah, man, his energy and his pen is just different on here, and he is rapping his behind off on Baby Villain. So shout out to him, man. I appreciate that. Then the track switches, or the beat switches on the same track, and you got the "Purchase Your Track Today" tag in there. I don't know if that was on purpose or what, but that was pretty funny when I heard that. But yeah, man, fire song. And then we go At Thirst Sight by Asia. I don't know how to say her name. Asia. This is my first time hearing of her. This is I don't know if it's an interlude. The song's like 3-4 minutes long. So I don't know if that could be classified as an interlude, but he gave her own little solo song, and she was in her bag the entire time. For my first time hearing her, I was impressed. I want to do my Googles on her. After I'm done with this, I'm going to probably do my Googles on her. Sorry, I probably should have done that beforehand, but never heard of the young lady. I actually tried to find her Instagram. Couldn't find her Instagram, so I don't know. Is this her first song? Is this like, what's her name? Something Pebbles. What's the girl that's singing on Operation Doomsday by MF Doom? It's like Pebbles the Invisible MC. I don't think she's ever done a song after that, and people have been trying to figure out who she is, and nobody can find her. That's that. When I wasn't with you, I knew you were the one for me. I swear the whole world. That's that Sade, but he got, Sade don't be letting niggas sound with music like that, so he had to get what is it, Pebbles the Invisible MC, and she's fire. So I don't know if this is the new Pebbles, and we will never hear from her again, but she is super duper talented. Next track, Frogville. I was supposed to watch Dogville last night, but I fell asleep. What's that movie by Lars von Trier? Never got around to it. I don't know if that's a allude to that. Maybe some MK Ultra stuff is going on in Dogville. Still haven't seen the movie. Maybe I missed out, fell asleep, should have watched it. And I wasn't even going to watch it because of this. I was going to watch it just because a whole different reason. So that was kind of interesting to see that. But this is a fire song. I love that beat. It's a lot of good beats on here. If I'm not mistaken, I think he produced the whole thing. Not only is his pen getting better, his sample game and the way he's producing and layering things, this guy is really reaching a new level. So I'm glad to see him ascend. The dude is really in his bag. Endgame has the bar that I was talking about a couple minutes ago when he said, "I dropped the weight," and then what he say? He said, I dropped the weight, and then my written's in the." He said, I dropped the weight, and now my written's in the best shape." If you ever see me like stuttering or trying to like get over like if I like have a hard time reading stuff, my handwriting is terrible. I don't think I've ever showed the camera my handwriting. I don't know if you see this. Let's do a little inside baseball here, man. I don't know if you'll be able to like really see this, but my handwriting is just god awful. That's something I've always struggled with. My penmanship has never been the best, to the point where I struggle trying to read my own handwriting. So you try to read that. I don't know if you can. I don't know how well you can see that, but man, it is super bad sometimes. But that is a fire bar. Maybe I need to lose some weight and my writtens will get better, man. That's a fire bar. That I've been watching a lot of fighting, a lot of like combat sports, UFC, boxing. So dropping weight and the written's in the best shape. That kind of hit to me right there. So that was hard. In-game is fire. Then we go to World Market, Mo Money, Money. This sounded like Funky Sonic. Like this sounded like I was playing Sonic, but they brought some brothers in to produce Sonic, but still keep that Sonic feel. Fire instrumental. What do you say? He said, "Who's the leader of your pack? Cause y'all definitely sure of him." I thought that was pretty funny. What do you say? He had that bar. About what he said. He said, "Niggas talking tough on the internet. Well, we gonna keep basically we gonna when we see him in person, we gonna make sure he's still tough." And he was getting really brolic towards the end of his album. He got a lot of like, "Yeah, nigga, I'll beat a nigga up" type bars. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know Mike was was goddamn Jorge Masvidal. That's pretty cool to hear. Shout out to that. This nigga's just handing out knuckle sandwiches to the next person he sees. Shout out to Mike for being that nigga. But World Market is fire. Then it transitions to the first single I heard. The only single I heard, by the way. Crystal Ball. The M to the is I. Don't forget the KE. The money where I reside. Don't forget to pay me. That's fire. Like that whole song is hard, man. I love when he say why I gotta pray to the skizzy, but like before he does it, it's that why I gotta, and it goes that never, whatever that little sample is. I always play that back when you say don't forget the KE, money where I reside, don't forget to pay me. Why I gotta pay respect to the skizzys, but they say why I gotta pay respect to the never, or whatever that sample is saying. I need to know what that is. I love that little sample right there. I always play that back. Just a small little thing that he adds, and I always like to pay respect to the small things in music that I like, because I feel like artists do things in music where it's like nobody will probably catch this or even like care to enjoy it or talk about it, but I like it, so I want to talk about it. And I know artists be doing that because I do that just with random things I do in life where I'm like, I'm gonna add this little nugget in here. If you catch it, whatever. And I always like to pay highlights of that because I know artists, they love when, people really dig into their music. So shout out to Mike for that. Then we go to Sandra. This is really good beat. This sounds like something on the last RX Nephew tape, which was really funny to me. But this is hard, man. Based on what do you say? Mama took care of him and his sis, so now he got to do the same. Thought that was a fire bar. Sandra was just a good song, man. The biggest thing I took from this, though, was what if we got an RX Nephew Mike collab? I don't know what that would sound like. I don't know what they would even talk about. Like, I feel there would be two polar opposites on like of a verse with both of them on the same song. But if we can get that set up, please, let's do that. Then we go to track number 15, Tailwind. What do you say? They be bitter like how do you say it? Well, is it balsamic? I forget. I've heard this pronounced like 5 different ways, but it's the vinaigrette thing. Was it balsamic vinaigrette? I think that's how you say it. And shout out to Sada Baby, the first person I've ever heard have a balsamic vinaigrette bar. What he said? He said, I got blood on my thumbs like balsamic vinaigrette. I thought that was a crazy bar. Shout out to this one. They be bitter like balsamic vinaigrette. That was hard. And yeah, man, this beat was really cool. That's one thing I took away from this whole entire album, man. I keep saying the beat is good, the beat is good, the beat is good. But literally every beat is like a standout. So I really appreciate that. Like I said, my favorite definitely got to be track number 2 is Sideshow. I mean, that is one of them ones. But yeah, this is also a really, really cool beat. Airdrop, another beat that stuck with me, man. What he said, man, he said I sent my love, let me know if you get it. I thought that was pretty interesting because I don't know, is that how love will be in the next couple of years? Like, will you be able to airdrop feelings. Like if you're nervous, you don't know how to approach a girl, you at the club or whatever, you're like, God, please let her have her airdrop on. And you send your feelings to the person next to you through an airdrop. Will that be a thing in the future? Pretty sure it will, because everything is computerized at this point. Our feelings are computerized. Our thoughts are computerized. Literally, TikTok can tell you what you're thinking as soon as you log in. So that's the way that we're moving. The world of iRobot is the world of today. So shout out to that. One of my favorite bars on here. He says, "You say it's up. Well, you know." Well, he say, "You say it's up. You say it's up. Well, they know me for stretching the praise up." I thought that was fire. Niggas stretching the arms when they praying or whatever. Thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, man, airdrop is really good, and I don't think I really talked about this, which I should have. I'm looking up once again. Handwriting terrible. Didn't even realize I said this, but I forgot to talk about Tailwind. Like the way he was rapping on there, that might be the most just the most well rapped song on here, bro. With just the way he was going with the dogs, we the bigger threat. As far as what he said, as far as mama thought I caught, as far as his mama thought I got this call from a cigarette. You soft in the flesh, then be soft on the internet. This is when I was talking about nigga getting real Raleigh. Nigga say you be soft in the flesh and be soft on the internet. Bark with your chest and your barber innocent. The starved on the bench to be a starter when it finishes. The scar on my head that tomorrow it is infinite. When it changes, thinking we disregard what the mission is. I'm a shark with a what do you say? I'm a shark with a fishes swim. It's balls. You know it's art when the feelings live. A star. We really dog the shit, limitless and tall. I was like, what? That's what I'm saying. I don't know if Mike could have got his back 3 years ago. He's really, really improved, and all hail to the man, bro. He is rapping his behind off throughout this entire album. Shout out to that. And then he finished it with Spiral Disco, the outro, which really is the last song on here, which has me to think that there's no way intro is supposed to be 3. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm stupid. But fire intro regardless. Switches beat, and it's like the instrumental is that's a perfect way to close it out, which is I feel like Evil Eye is a perfect way to bring it in. So yeah, man, I really enjoyed this album. Shout out to Mike. That brother is super duper talented. And hey, man, hopefully you guys listened to it and enjoyed it as well. So until next time, I say what I mean what I say. Haters gonna hate and players gonna play. Y'all holler at your boy now, man.